Right guys, we thought we would have a quick wander around and show you a few of the vehicles really, what sort of went a little bit above and beyond reserve, did quite well, caught our eye, that sort of thing. So I thought I'd just have a quick walk around and show you a few. We've got a handful in this shed. First of all, being the little Bond bug there, which is, they're funny little things, aren't they really? I don't actually know where to start. I did some filming with this the other day with the guys from the TV crew, and I can't remember how I worded it, but I just couldn't imagine, even now, not that was around back then, but rewind back however many years then, when this was new, why would you even want one? They're just, I don't know, I just can't get my head around it. Like, I can maybe see it now you're looking at it from a classic point of view, you know, a little bit different, all the rest of it, but I couldn't imagine going out of my way back when they were new, thinking, I'll have one of them. But there you go, they obviously, I don't know how many they made, there must have been a couple of thousand, I think. Was it Tom?
It won't be many, will it?
I think it's Tom Karen, his name was. And I also found out a fact, don't hold me to it, but the guy who helped design this, also helped design, I think it was even maybe on this sort of chassis, the Star Wars Luke Skywalker's
really?
Plane, you know, when they're racing across that desert or something. I'm not a what?
Pod racer.
Pod racer. I think Tom Karen, who did these, I think he helped in the design work of the Luke Skywalker thingy. But there you go, random fact. Google it, might be wrong, but I think I'm right in saying that.
I'll hold you to it.
So anyway, yeah, this one I think was guided very sensibly. To be fair, we worked real hard to try and get the reserve sensible for everyone initially when they come in anyway. But I think this went and doubled it, if not a bit more. I think it did 11,100.
Yeah, 11,100, yeah.
A lot of money in it. I was sat in there in reception and there was a few guys coming in putting bids on stuff, and he said, oh, what do you think's a little Bond? I said, oh, it's great, isn't it? Probably like one of the best ones we've had. I said, have you seen the price? I said, some lunatics put like 10 and a bit grand on it. He said, that lunatic's me. I said, oh God, is it? I said, oh blimey. So anyway, there you go. They've obviously got to follow him. This one, like I say, 11,100. A lot of money in it. For not a lot, if that makes sense, but anyway, they're there, and I suppose they're sort of collectibles, sought after. Don't know if usable's the right word, but anyway, hopefully it gets used and sees some enjoyment. So yeah, the little Bond. But yeah, really nice example. So to be fair, it was always going to go and achieve a lot more than that guide, because there's a lot of very average ones about, so it's quite nice to see. There's also a lot of nice ones, but that one is extremely lovely. So the little Bond, and then no, sorry? Get Charles seat in there. Get the baby seat in the back. Unfortunately,
get
not.
You and little Max in there.
No, lack of room in there really.
You ever driven anything with three wheels?
Other than the Reliant, the little Robin Reliant, we've had a few of them obviously through the sales and been around the village at Thorntondale. Because in the old days, you see, before we had this lovely unit, I used to drive from Thornton round the village to the village car park and take the photos. And I don't even think we did video walkarounds in the early days. It was purely just photos, so it was quite good actually. But obviously we were handling cars on a smaller scale. So out of Dad and Paul might have done a few, but I'd do the majority. So out of the 150 cars, I probably drove about 100 of them round the corner. So at least you get a bit of a feel of what they drive like. And there's a lot of things where you think, oh, good job, you know, I won't be buying one of them. You know, look lovely, but they drive awful. So no, I can't say I've driven a Bond. I've maybe moved one. Obviously I moved it floating about, but not properly. But yeah, funny little things, aren't they? But I mean, they don't do anything for me, but they've obviously, like I say, got a bit of a following. But I just couldn't imagine like that coming out new and thinking, I might get one of them. Yeah. Like looking back now, different with it being a classic, you know, it's slightly different. You can get your head round why someone would want one. But when they first came out, but then I suppose you could have drove them on when you were like 15, 16 rather than a moped. I think you can, with a weight limit and obviously three wheels, I think you can actually drive them on like a bike license, if I'm right in saying. I certainly know turn up to college in one of them. Turn up to college in one of them, I know. Not enough seats for girls for me, so it won't work. So, I'm joking. Modest so anyway, there you go. Look, that's the little Bond. I thought we'd better have a wander down the Suzuki Samurai Sport. This is a nice little Jeep. Obviously we sold the stunning SJ, was it last sale? Did a fortune, didn't it? But really, really nicely restored, this one. That one, should I say. This one, to be fair, obviously not quite to the same standard, but still nevertheless very, very smart. Undergone the full works, to be fair, by the looks of it. Had a full paint job, fresh wheels, look, fresh tyres. I think it got an MOT with no advisory, so it's a real genuine little Jeep, and which is quite nice. Again, similar to sort of maybe not quite as common as the Bond. You know, you get a lot more nice ones of them, but you do get a lot of tatty ones of these. So it is quite nice to see one in this condition. So no, this is, I can't remember what the guide was, maybe 5 to 6?
4 to 5 on
4
that.
to 5?
Yeah.
And it did
14.3.
14.3?
Yeah.
14,300 quid. A lot of money in it, a lot of money. But then it goes, you know, it goes to show the sort of condition speaks for itself. So it was going to go up that way. But yeah, lovely. I don't think it was killed with miles either. Let me sneak round here without knocking you over.
52 and a half, I think.
50, yeah, there you go. Look, 52,500. So quite a genuine little thing, really. Been garaged for some time, I believe, by the previous vendor. So no, it's nice. Yeah, it's nice. There's still a bit of room for improvement in places. It's not had a concourse paint job, but it's certainly very bright. And I suppose you've got to make allowances, haven't you, for the sort of vehicles. So yeah. That was a good one. And obviously, like I say, you know, double, if not a little bit more, the initial guide price. And then, oh, the Bentley. I thought we might as well have a talk around this. Bangers and Cash bought this for a restoration. Don't ask me why. I haven't properly spoken to them yet. I mean, there's nothing shouting out at me yet. What is, you know, yeah, maybe I'm missing a trick or something. But anyway, it starts, it runs, it looks 100 grand's worth of Bentley. But yeah, I don't quite know what route they're going to go down with this. Unless it's got a load of warning lights, which most of them have. They can try and get rid of a few of them, can't they? But I don't actually know what they're going to do with it. So this was another one. I think it was 19,000. I remember watching
19.8 it sold.
19.8, which is good money for
15.
one of these. Because obviously, as we all know, you know, we sort of say time and time again, you know, that the value for money is extraordinary on some of these.
Yeah.
But the price ranges still differ, you know, so much. You can go from like a 9, 10, 11,000 pound one, and then you can still go and get a 20 to 30 one. So this is sort of a in the middle car. Can't remember on mileage, or there you go, 51,000 miles. So it's a nice example. And strong money, 19 and a bit grand. So don't quite know which path they're going to take with it yet, though.
When they do restorations, typically how long from an auction is it that we then see it back in?
Again, that varies obviously with the amount of work involved. So yeah, someone was just saying typically from buying the car to restoring it, turning it around, putting it back into a sale again, can obviously vary on the amount of work what's involved. I'd probably say, typically speaking, it probably is between sort of 7 to 12 months, I'd say, on most things. Some even longer, to be fair. A few bits they've brought in and you think, where's that from? And you forget it's the car what you sold, you know, 18 months ago. This one I can't see obviously taking that long. I honestly have no idea how they're going to restore it or what they're going to do to it, but they've obviously got some sort of plan, haven't they, to lose a bit more money. So it'll be a good one to do anyway. So yeah, lovely car, 50 odd thousand miles, 19,100. So and I think the estimate was, you'll remind me, 10 to 12?
13 to 15.
30, all right,
yeah.
Only
so
went that fraction
over,
above then. Yeah, there's a lot of interest in this one though. And then did we say the little Lotus? 20,000, 19, 20?
20.
20, there you go, 20 grand. To be fair, that is actually about where they're at, these little Lotuses. They all sort of linger around the late teens, early 20 marks. We've actually had quite a number in over the past few months. So I think we've done a few videos on
there has been a few
bits of Lotuses. So they've obviously been selling well. So obviously, consequently, a few more sort of come out the woodwork and show up. So yeah, another nice one. I didn't actually deal with this one when it came in. I had a few weeks off with Max and everything, so can't tell you a lot about it other than obviously the condition speaks for itself. Nice to see a red one. We've had a lot of yellow ones in. So yeah, there you go, 20 grand for a little boy racery Lotus Elise.
I think your dad said he could see you in one of these.
No, they don't do anything for me. No,
do they not?
It's not even. They do and they don't. I really like them from the back. It's hard to see with the camera, but the back end, they look lovely. But I just think, I don't know, they are more of a, can you call them a Sunday car? I suppose they are. They're obviously not an everyday car. They're probably not even an every Sunday car, are they? They're sort of once in a while might go out in the Lotus, one of them sort of cars.
It's got to be a good day on it as well to go
It's
out
got
in
to be a
that.
nice day. It's like, I suppose you could also argue it's the same with most of the stuff in this shed, but yeah, it's not something what, I don't know, it's more like a, if I was going to buy one, it'd be to like use as like a track car, performance sort of, have some fun with. I wouldn't go and buy one for the odd Sunday drive out. I think there's a lot of nicer things and a lot comfier things to be driving on a Sunday than
You've got to be nimble to get in and out of it.
one of these. So it's a funny one for me. I like them, but I won't buy one if that sort of makes sense. So anyway, that's the Lotus. And then, the Talbot Sunbeam. Should we do a bit more on the Sunbeam? Last one then, if we've got a bit of time left. The Talbot Sunbeam down here, you'll have to remind me, Tom, was it 25 and a half?
Sounds about right.
I think it was about 25-ish. I think
Yeah,
the
25
guide
and a half.
price, am I right in saying 25 and a half? And I think the guide price was
18.
sub 20 anyway, 18, 19. So obviously it's got the Lotus badge, so that's obviously why it's gone and done a little bit more. But yeah, obviously, I don't know what to say about these, other than I wouldn't want a road going one. If I was to get one, it'd have to be rally prepared. There's something about, a Talbot Sunbeam in gravel rally trim. John Mennell down the road does some collections and bits and pieces for us.
There's a little model on it back.
He's got, there you go, look, yeah, and the Talbot colours look stunning, don't they? There you go. And who's in that one? Brazil Rally G Franklin, 1981, there you go. So a rally prepared one, I'd absolutely love. I'd love. I don't think in sort of road trim, they don't do a great deal for me, truthfully. But I'm just rally mad, aren't I? So anything with a cage in and some knobbly tyres I'd have. So Dad had not a Lotus obviously, but a Talbot Sunbeam as his first car like. So he put some spotlights on it, aerial and bits and pieces, and jazzed it up. So a bit of a soft spot for these. Lotus obviously would be the one to have if I was to have one, if I was lucky enough to get one. So yeah, there's just a handful, guys. I'm sure there's a few more to choose from, but have a look on the websites with obviously all the rest of the results. So yeah, thank you for watching.